Get an audio test going in here. Alright, now let's check out the volume on the stream. That's a little loud. Alright, now let's check out the volume on the stream. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Holla, holla. What up, brother? You want to check out the team we're playing with today? There it is. I'm just making sure the audio settings are correct so nothing looks ugly during the testing. VOD. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. That sounds really good to me. I think we'll rock with that. There we go. Oh, wow, that's still... Alright. Let's turn it down just a little bit. And then we're gonna get going. God, I always get nervous when someone enters the stream before I intro, because the intros always cringe. But, let's do it anyway. Welcome to Paradox at the Top. My name is Sean Bon Jovi, and this is a series where I'm going to be playing with all Paradox Pokemon. Today, we are going to be playing with Slitherwing, and it's really cool. We're doing like a choice band first impression set that you can see here. It's really awesome when we run into a Sun team, and I get my Photosynthesis boost, which gives me an attack, because then Slitherwing pretty much gets a free KO on every single Revenge, which is awesome. Yep. We got Double Dragons in the Roaring Moon and Dragapult, very fun. We also have Corviknight to help eat up the fairy types. We have Great Tusk, who's, allowing us to deal with steel types really nicely. And then Ting-Lu, who's, doing some phasing with Whirlwind, which is really good in this metagame because there's just boosters everywhere, and he sets up rocks, which is awesome. I've done a little bit of playtesting with this team on the main account, Sean Bon Jovi, and it's been going pretty well. So I'm excited to see how this plays on stream. Hopefully we can get some wins. Alright. We're gonna have to edit this out. I'm on the wrong account. I'm gonna block the stream and log out. But first we're gonna play out this match. So looking at this team, we got Rotom, who's insanely good in the current metagame. Heatran, those are often Terra Grass, which we can really deal with pretty nicely. But overall, who am I seeing as a lead? I like Ting-Lu. I like Ting-Lu getting up rocks early. Rocks are going to be very nice versus this team, but it doesn't do a good job threatening him. I think we can go Dragapult and just start ripping Shadow Balls into something. If this is a non-Spadef Lando, we can just drop a Draco and kill it right here. But if it's Scarf, it can KO with Knockoff. So, what do we think we're going to do here? I think we're going to... Do we want to scout? Yeah, I'm just going to go scout out with Corviknight, see what he's rocking. He goes into Fortress. I actually really like that for us. It doesn't really threaten us. His team's really weak to the Iron Defense Body Press set. If he goes Heatran, we can do a ton of damage to it right now. That's going to be big for us. His other option, really, he should go Rotom. I believe that's his best option here. But he might go Heatran. He's going to go Heatran here, and our Body Press to Heatran has an 81% chance to KO, and I really like those odds, but I do think Ting-Lu is just better. How's our speed looking versus Heatran? Not good. I don't want to get Flame Body damaged. I think we just go straight into the Ting-Lu, get that Vessel of Ruin, lowering his special attack. It's not going to do much to us. And we could just set up Stealth Rock. We also could get rid of the Magma Storm by Whirlwinding here. But he's going to switch on his own to get rid of it. Now he could... We can't Earthquake it. We could Whirlwind it, but we risk taking... a Hydro Pump here, but that's really all we're risking. He can't, like, T-Wave us. He might be able to Toxic us, but I don't think he gets that in Gen 9 OU. Listen, this is new to me. I have not been playing Gen 9 OU, and I'm hoping that in this Paradox of the Top series, I'm gonna get better at this. But right now, you try and Volt Switch, and we could just get, like, a Ruination going. And I like those odds. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp, but that doesn't matter, because Ruination does 50% anyway. Now he's definitely going to Hydro Pump here, and we do have some Hydro Pump resist in the form of our Double Dragons. He goes back into the Lando. We get the Dragapult out again, and I think based off the first turn, we can assume he's not Scarfed, so we're just going to U-turn into the Corviknight and try and Body Press again. And now that we got the rocks up, we are pressuring him. Our opponent is very switch-oriented. He's liking to move around the field a lot, and I'm fine with him trying to do that. Who are we going to go in on the Fortress with? We could take this as an opportunity to boost. Honestly, his whole team doesn't love close combats. We could... This is a Rapid Spin knockoff Earthquake Taunt. I really thought this was Bulk Up Great Tusk, but I guess it's Taunt. So we're going to go for the Taunt, not let him get up spikes. He can't Volt Switch. He's pretty much forced to switch, and whoever comes in is taunted as well. So we're going to kind of know what they're doing here. Yo, fun fact, do you know it doubles the view count if you refresh the page on the stream? Your view counts for 2 if you refresh. Fun fact, just learned that today. Saw that in a Spiffing Brit video. So go ahead and do that for me if you're a homie. We're going to go ahead and pick up the free knockoff here. He's going to Grass Knot, and that KOs us. That is huge. That is huge. But we do get to come in here in first impression. He's not going to want to let us do this. Who does he have for this? I'm just going to rip the close combat. Honestly, this lowers the amount of close combat switch-ins he has, and now he gives us the Heatran. So we're evening up the score 5-5. We went down early, but now we're coming back right away. He just gave us like the revenge kill opportunity, basically. He's got the Dragonite who's going to try and set up. But it doesn't match up well versus Iron Defense Corviknight. It just doesn't. So we Iron Defense, he's going to try and like E-Speed or Dragon Claw versus us, and it's just not going to work. He's going to get stopped by our typing, essentially. You can go Rotom, it's going to hurt yourself more than it's going to hurt me. My Body Press is likely killing. And it's doing a chunk to whoever comes in. So we're going to just rip the Body Press. The Hydro Pump misses, that is unfortunate, and our opponent forfeits. That's an early W, let's go. But that's not going to be in the official video. We do have to switch accounts to the proper account. Let me turn off the stream for a second. Don't want you guys seeing this. Turn that off and let me switch accounts real quick. That was nice though. We worked that guy. Absolutely worked him. Log into the Paradox, the top account. There it is. And then we can reconnect like this. There you go. Alright, this is our second game. We had to edit out the first one because I wasn't logged into the right account. So if you're watching the live video, or if you're watching the like after, once it's posted on YouTube, this is the first game for you. Enjoy it. Who are we looking to lead versus this Swift Swim team, but it's lacking the best Swift Swimmers on it. I don't see a Bleasel on here, which is a huge issue for him. He's probably going to go straight into the Pelipper. I don't see a Shadow Ball resist, so we're just going to go straight Dragapult and just start ripping Shadow Balls at whoever. I don't think Pelipper gets knockoff. I think he lost it coming into Gen 9. Ooh, forgot the Overquill is Dark type and it's Swift Swim. It's a huge L for us. I don't like our odds with our double ground team. 2 ground types on the team is a huge issue. We're very weak to the rain. We can do a good chunk of damage with Body Press. We do a good chunk of damage with U-Turn. What do I think he does? I think he goes into the Zapdos potentially. And we could try and double into maybe our Ting Lu here. But if we miscall that, that's a huge, you know, advantageous position for them. But if we U-turn into a Zapdos, we risk getting staticked. And he does go into the Zapdos. And do we get staticked? We do get staticked. I called exactly that. So I'm going to go back into the Dragapult and just rip another Shadow Ball. And I'm just going to keep ripping them and hurting his team and doing as much chunks as I can. Because that's what Specs Dragapult does. He just wants to get on the field and click Shadow Ball as often as he possibly can. My Draco Meteor does have a 75% chance to KO. I really like those odds. Shadow Ball only doing 25. He does have lefties. I don't really know even what Hisuian Goodra does. Really? Let's do a DT on it. It is a special attacker. So we'll go Ting Lu here. He's Sap Sipper, Shell Armor, Gooey. So he doesn't have the hydration like the original Goodra does. This is an opportunity to get up Stealth Rocks. His team is fairly Stealth Rock weak with the Zapdos and the Pelipper. I'm hoping that Pelipper is Damp Rock instead. So he could U-turn here. He could try and Surf here. He thinks it's a low ladder player. He probably thinks I'm going to switch. Nope, he called me. So I just Whirlwind here. Bring the Goodra H back out. Let's go ahead and go for a Ruination. I think he switched before. Maybe he'll try and switch again. Goes for the Body Press. I'm taking a ton of damage in this matchup. Doing 43% there. He goes for the Body Press. I could go back into the Pult. I could go into the Corviknight with the Resistance. It's a physical Goodra, so Corviknight does have a decent matchup. Let's go Corv. And he sets up another Rain Dance. He'll probably go back into the Zapdos. I say we just do a repeat. Now that I've already been paralyzed, there's no harm in getting staticked. And so we can go back to the Dragapult and go for more Shadow Balls, which are 2-hit KOing. The worst thing he can do to me is like Discharge or Thunder Wave and slow down my Dragapult. Because he is the fastest Pokemon on my team. Although it isn't really helping versus a Swift Swim team. Pretty much his whole team is slower than me. Unless he's got the rain up, then I'm totally outsped in the first place. We go for another Shadow Ball, doing 26%. What's he doing the first time? He's crunching. I go back into Corv here. He calls that, goes the Zapdos. I go Ting Lu here. He goes for the Hurricane, does 26%. It's likely to miss now. I'm going to go ahead and Whirlwind. He goes for another Hurricane and manages to connect it. That's not good for me. I can go into the Roaring Moon, who has decent resistances, but I don't want to lose that. Does anyone have the ability to OHKO here? Just Dragapult. But Angry Fish is really running out of opportunities to switch in on me, and then Dragapult's going to start doing a lot more damage. He goes into the Pelipper, takes the 25% from Rocks. Shadow Ball comes in, does a ton. Shadow Ball again. And now he's out of rain. I believe he did have a manual setter. Yeah, he's got a manual setter in the form of Goodra. He's just going to keep ripping crunches at me. I believe Slitherwing has really good resistances. Yeah, he has great resistances except if he gunk shots. That would be a big problem. Yeah, look, he's doing only 25%. Do we think he's... I do think he's a choice Overquill, so we're going to go ahead and U-turn. Oh my god, he's not choiced! Alright, we managed to hold on, so we can still be a first impression revenge killer. Slitherwing getting its first KO of the video. No, second. Already killed a Heatran. Putting in a ton of work. Now, who is my best switch in this situation? He's gonna have the rain up. So I don't want him to go into like a rain abusing Mon. He could go into the Golduck and he'd just straight take me. I like Corviknight here. I'll be right back. Ugh. Remember, I gotta edit this out of the stream. Alright, we back. Whew. Okay. So he does go for the Golduck. I say we just gotta try and roost. He goes Terra Ice. Ice Beam does 37%. Fully parried. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. He's still got hella turns of rain. What's Slitherwing looking like? First impression's a KO. I say we go for it. $88, there we go. That's a KO. Golduck is down. He's got no rain abusers left. And my opponent ends up leaving the match. Do we get the forfeit W? Let's see. Bro. Ugh. It's okay. I'll take 2 wins in a row. We're on a bit of a win streak. Honestly, my opponent's pretty good. Low ladder players are either better than I remember them being, or I'm worse than I remember being. 30 seconds. Let's start queuing up for another one. Hashtag Paradox to the top. The Paradox to the top video has been doing great on YouTube, by the way. YouTube, fucking TikTok are loving these, so I'm happy you guys are too. Anyway, I'm looking for my lead in this situation. Who do we want? We got Fairy, a Dark, another Dark, Fire Poison. I like my U-turn odds here. Just like a choice band U-turn off someone. I could just rip this close combat into his face. And I might. And I probably will. And I'm gonna. There we go. Big close combat. Get a KO on the Ursaluna right away. Big lead. If you want to give me another Dark type, you want to give me Greninja or Masquerada, I'll freaking close combat into their face too. Close combat gets KOs on a lot of his team. He brings out the Iron Moth. What are the odds this thing can KO me right now? Super high at KOs. I don't like its odds versus Tinglu. It's already wasted its booster energy. That's a really good situation for us. Fiery Dance doing only 25%. Does get a boost. That's big. I want to scare this thing off the field. I think it has really good odds versus our team. All right, we get the Earthquake. It's gone. Yeah, that thing was a lot of pressure for us, so getting it removed off the field right away was great. So we have the Greninja. Honestly, my opponent is not impressing me right now. Not impressing me with their skill level. I'm going to go into the Corv. He might Ice Beam or Hydro Pump. He goes for the Water Shuriken. Hits 1, 2, 3, 4? 4 times. Okay. And I think I just U-turn out. He's going to go into someone, and then we'll just hard counter whoever he goes into. Goes for a Dark Pulse. Does 32. No flinch. His flinching is for noobs. He's not Scarfed. So we can just go and kill with U-turn. And if he switches, then we go into the proper Pokemon for the situation that he's going to put us in. Hopefully, that proper situation is Slitherwing, because I'm going for Slitherwing KOs in this video, baby. We get the Quark Drive boost. It's speed, so we really need the Slitherwing to come in here. And, oof. Not looking good for the Slither. Who has a good matchup in this? At best, Corviknight is getting 2-hit KO'd, so we're going to go ahead and just roost and get our heal. He's a mostly physical team, it's looking at like, and if I really want, we can just... Oh, that's a huge issue for us. It's a huge issue for us. Shoot. Okay, we have Terra Poison. That's actually really great in the Iron Valiant matchup, but we prefer the physical matchup. We really prefer the physical matchup. Who do I want to go into? I got nothing for this, honestly. I think I go for a single Iron Defense and then a Body Press and just try and get some chip. Maybe I should have chipped in the first place. I want to bring him down to like the... Okay. How are we getting chip on this guy? We need to chip it down somehow. He's faster than us. We can go like Terra Flying... Dragon Dance. That's not going to be fast enough. That's going to die. That's going to die. Is he Life Orb? He's not Life Orb. Okay. I think that's GG, honestly. First impression, 98% chance to 2-hit KO. Maybe we can first impression, like that, does 64. Maybe he doesn't kill. Leaves us on 1%. Now we gotta sack someone. Who is sackable? I think Ting Lu's not doing anything for us anymore in this match. Give him the Ting Lu, and then we bring back out the Slither Wing and go for another first impression. I like that. But what we've got to be really scared of is this Dragonite, because if that's E-Speed, we lost our Corv, who was like essential to winning this game. Maybe we should have sacked someone like the Roaring Moon. If we could have sacked the Roaring Moon... Alright, he's going to give us Meowscarada, who definitely dies here. Scarf, Scarf, Scarf. Well, he's lost his Quark Drive, so I'm not as scared of him. I still like Slitherwing. Slitherwing's honestly coming in super clutch, scaring out the Iron Valiant who was about to sweep us. Roaring Moon is awesome. Give us Roaring Moon. Huge U-turn, huge U-turn. I should have seen that. Meowscarada's never actually clicked Flower Trick. All these guys do is U-turn and get off the field because they're all scared. How do we feel? We're at 352. That's naturally faster than no one on the team. We can go for the Dragon Dance. Or maybe we could go for the chip. He might try and like do like an E-Speed type thing. What happens if we Dragon Dance? He Dragon Dances and we Dragon Dance, then that's good for us. If I Dragon Dance and he KOs, then we go Dragapult, and that's not great for us. I want Crunch It and Chip It down. That's what I want. Only 18% and he gets the Dragon Dance. I didn't consider that. I only considered the opportunity of us... Oh, well, he had the multi-scale. That's why. What is first impression doing to you? Did I already Terabug? I did Terabug. Is he Life Orb? He's not Life Orb. Okay, let's go Great Tusk. And let's just knock it off, right? Yeah, let's do a big knockoff. He goes for the Roost. What item are you having? Weakness Policy. What a terrifying Dragonite set. I would hate to run into that thing. Let's go ahead and Earthquake. Thought he would Roost. Thought he would Roost. I can go for another Rapid Spin. Try and get some stats back. But yeah, this is looking like game. If he's packing a Dragon move, this is game over. Earthquake's not doing nothing. I can keep Rapid Spinning here. I can catch up to your speed. I am a naturally faster Pokemon. So if you let me catch up, you're in trouble. And you're gonna like keep letting me chip you, the first impression is gonna come in and be able to kill you once again. Unless... No, he is E-Speed, so he can prevent that. But now I should be faster. So we'll go ahead and taunt. It's KO. That's game, isn't it? Is he Dragon Claw? Earthquake. Let's drop the Draco and hope that Earthquake doesn't KO. It does. Slitherwing, come on, at least get one more kill for the fans. No E-Speed. No kill. Dragonite's a dangerous Pokemon, one of the best in the current meta. What can you do? Alright, let's go ahead and find one more game. I want to get at least one more win for the footy. A loss and a game on the wrong account for the extra credits video, and then 2 wins for the main video. That sounds good to me. Very new team. Opponent has a lot of Gen 9 Pokemon between the King Gambit, the Dondozo, the Baxcalibur, the Garganacl, and the Enamorus. Only Pokemon from a previous generation is the Slowking Galar from Gen 8, so a very new Gen team. Teams like this typically like to lead like Slowking Galar, which is pretty logical to me. But I think, once again, Slitherwing actually matches up really well against the opponent. We can go ahead and just rip a close combat, or we can U-turn. Goes for the Icicle Spear, almost KOs me. Icicle Spear almost KOs me. We could go Baxcalibur into the Corviknight and just rip a straight body press. As he tries to set a sub up, but I don't really care because I'm just going to keep body pressing and do as much damage as you want. These things often carry Flamethrower, but I'm not really scared of that, as I'm going to go ahead into my Ting Lu. Do I want rocks up in this matchup? Rocks are primarily for the Baxcalibur and the Enamorus, who are huge threats. I do want to limit how much the Enamorus can get on the field. He's going to go into the Baxcalibur with that snow setup, but the rocks are going to hurt it. He's going to go into the Enamorus instead. Okay, that does not have a great matchup versus me. I'm just going to whirlwind it off the field. He goes for the Moonblast. It's not KOing because of my Vessel of Ruin ability. Dondozo's on the field. We can go into the Roaring Moon. No, we don't want to try and set up on this thing. We don't want to try and set up on this thing. What do we want to do? We need to comfortably get in front of it. Mirror Armor lowers his defense. We can get a solid U-turn chip in here. We want to comfortably get in front of it with a big damage. So I'm going into the Corviknight to try and U-turn into something like my Dragapult. But honestly, we just need to get big damage on it somehow. That's our main goal here. Right? My Draco's 2-hit KOing. What's he clicking? Liquidation and likely Body Press. My Shadow Ball is also probably 2-hit KOing. I think we just start ripping shadows. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're up 6-5 right now. Big W's. Garganacl hits the field. He's going to click Salt Cure for sure. We could go... Who doesn't mind the Salt Cure? Our Great Tusk isn't the best versus the Garg. Slitherwing can probably just OHKO with close combat, so we got to keep that alive. I don't hate Salt Cure, honestly. I can just, like, roost this damage off. Yeah, he's going to go for the Protect. I don't care. Like, I can Iron Defense here. Do whatever I want. He's going to get up the rocks. I can spin those away with my Iron Tusk. Great Tusk. Iron Tusk. Bro, yeah, go into the Enamorus. See, that thing's so OP. We really got to limit how many turns that's going to be able to get on the field. So we're going to U-turn. Ooh, he's got Mystical Fire. I did not know that. If he's Scarfed, that's okay. Who does good here? What are the odds Shadow Ball's killing? Shadow Ball's probably killing, isn't it? Yeah, we can just rip the Shadow Ball and take the Enamorus. So we're still up. We're up 5-4, but I'm just not loving our odds here. We are getting put into like a really tough position. We go Great Tusk. I want to knock this thing off, prevent it from getting as much recovery. Maybe we can go... so he's going to Protect here because that's the kind of player he is. Because that's all you people do. Oh, you just recover and you protect. Okay. I'm going to Ruination. Do 50%. That's a big amount of chip. And then Whirlwind you away. King Gambit's on the field. Who doesn't mind King Gambit? I don't mind King Gambit. I'm going to Earthquake here. Dondozo comes out. Do 17%. That's nice. How badly do I need this Ting Lu? He's not doing much more for us in this matchup. I'll just, like, do that. Okay. What is Roaring Moon doing to Dondozo? 9 to 7 hit KOing versus Dragapult's potential to 1-hit KO with the Draco. What's that Draco doing to Garg? Potential 1-hit KO. I think there's a chance he just gives us a Pokemon here. He does. He opts to just give us the Dondozo. And I think that's smart because, you know, as far as he's concerned, his Dragapult's gonna, or his Garganacl's gonna win this game. But I'm telling you right now, it's not winning the game for nobody. Now I'm gonna Rapid Spin away these rocks so that we can get Slitherwing back onto the field when the opportunity arises. So, go ahead and taunt here. Try and keep him from getting the rocks back up, keep him from protecting, keep him from recovering, and we'll just go for another Earthquake. Critical hit, doing 92%. He's in a bad position. Any Pokemon he puts on the field right now could potentially be lost to the Earthquake. King Gambit comes up. What is he doing to me? I don't think he has the ability to kill me with any kind of move. Even his Sucker Punch goes Fairy King Gambit. Very, very cool. What do we want to do here? Let's go into the Terra Flying. Or do we go Terra Bug? Ooh, we could have Terra Bugged and probably just start, like, seriously KOing with First Impressions. I think First Impression's gonna kill everything left on his team. Oh, he's just giving it to us already. He's just giving it to us. So he's wanting to sack his Slowking Galar to increase his Revenge of the Fallen Supreme Overlord ability. He's boosting its power right now, but he's just gonna die. So he goes for the Fairy Terra Blast. And now we just come in, clean up, Terra Bug, Choice Band, First Impression, KO. Slitherwing has been unstoppable in this live stream. This has been fantastic. Slitherwing has been a ton of fun to play with. That was an impressive win. Now, Paradox to the top, where did we end up last time? I think we ended up at 1100. We're at 1166. Let's make a push for 1200 in this stream. I want to get to 1200 with this team. Let's do one more. Oh, this team looks super annoying. Let's go. Dude, honestly, I could just drop a Draco right away and just get a KO on your team. If my Draco Meteor connects, I get a kill. So let's do that. Do you know you're about to get KO'd? You're about to lose someone. Pelipper, down. Goodbye. Oh my god. Specs Dragapult is one of my favorite Pokemon in existence. That Draco Meteor just hits everyone so hard. I'm gonna go Great Tusk. Honestly, I think we knock off. The Terra Water Great Tusk could be huge in this matchup, but with that Hisuian Lilligant... No, I'm actually not worried about the Hisuian Lilligant yet. So long as I have my Slitherwing, I'm feeling fine about it. We could go for a setup with the Roaring Moon here. Oh, but we don't have Acrobatics. We're just Terra Flying, which is super uncomfortable typing in my opinion. Oof. Oof. Who's faster? Who's naturally faster? I think I'm naturally faster. And you are probably Hustle, which means if like I Terra, Flying, and a Roost here, I could be in really good position. Just trying to get you to miss. Goes to the Acrobatics instead. It's not Life Orb. I think we just rip a Crunch and try and get some chip on this thing. Yeah, there we go. He goes for that. We go First Impression and pick up a KO on someone. If he goes Torkoal, we're going to get that boosted Photosynthesis attack boost. But instead, he just gives us the Lilligant. And that's fine. We didn't lose any of our essential Pokemon yet. Great Tusk is the essential Pokemon in this matchup. I'm going to go Ting Lu, and we're going to use this as an opportunity to start setting up our Stealth Rocks. Garganacl changed its typing to definitely a superior typing for this matchup. Flying Garganacl is much better than Rock, because the Rock is so weak to our Spotlight Pokemon who just wants to rip a close combat into that thing. He's going for the Iron Defense. That's not going to work for me. I'm going to go ahead and Ruination you, and you're going to be like, oh, I don't care. No, dude. I'm going to Whirlwind you away. Now you're a Flying type, and you got to come out on Stealth Rocks. That's a huge problem for you. You go into the Cinderace. That's pretty good, but we can just Earthquake it. Honestly, we can Earthquake your entire team from here. How do you feel about that? I'm going to Whirlwind again and just keep cycling him off the field and making his Pokemon continually get chipped down. As long as he is not a Court Change Cinderace who can give us his Stealth Rocks, we're fine. Torkoal comes out, sets up the sun. That's great for us. I'm going to keep Whirlwinding this guy. I love Whirlwind as a move. It's punishment free. I'm basically just waiting for him. He's trying to yawn us while we're burned. It's clearly a low ladder opponent. Basically what I'm doing is cycling him through over the Stealth Rocks, making him continually get chipped down, and just waiting for him to outright KO my Ting Lu. Just like that. Allowing us to get a free switch in. Because what we can do is go into my Terra Water Earthquaking Great Tusk. I like the Terra Water here. We're going to go for a Taunt. That's great. That's really great. We'll go ahead and switch out back into the Dragapult. back into the Corv, maybe? He's taunted. Yeah, let's go into the Corviknight. He gets Assault Cure on us. We U-turn. We're just trying to get a little chip on this thing so that Dragapult can come out and click Shadow Ball. Dragapult could easily come through and just sweep this team. Thank you for refreshing. See, we're just going to U-turn. And, what are the odds we can just come through and KO this whole team with Earthquakes right now? Let's go for it. Let's go. Let's go, Slitherwing. Come on, let's just start Earthquaking people. I just want to start Earthquaking through this team. Okay, so a lot of his team is faster. There is a chance he's going to be able to KO us, especially with the sun up. But we can break his... Yeah, so Cinderace comes out. I want to Earthquake again. I really do. But I can just go Great Tusk, honestly. We get the Photosynthesis boost. It becomes defense, strangely enough. And so we're going to Rapid Spin. He's going to Court Change the rocks over to me. He should have done that an hour ago. An hour ago. That's so good for his team. And we're just going to Earthquake. He could go into Gargantical, but I don't really care at this point. Like, it's completely over for our opponent. It's 4-2. This guy's a scrub. There's nothing he can do. Okay, the Garg is up. I'm just going to knock off. Critical hit. That's fairly lucky. Forgot I have to taunt this thing. Prevent him from doing that stuff. He tried to recover again. Whatever. His only attack is Salt Cure. Can I just KO this thing? Yeah, let's risk it for the biscuit. Go Dragapult and drop a Draco. Just drop it on his forehead and kill him. Dragapult's Draco Meteor is doing 64 to 75% damage to Garg. And oh my, that did 93% damage to the Slitherwing, just barely managing to hang on at the end there. We'll go into our Water Great Tusk, who it just cannot touch us, and we're going to go ahead and knock off. There we go. Take that. And now, out comes the Garg again. We're going to taunt him. And then what do we have to do? Like, the safe play, the really safe play, I think, is to just keep chipping him. But I don't like to play it safe over here, you know what I'm saying? And he just forfeits. He knows it's a waste of his time. I could just keep him having to Salt Cure us. He only had 20 uses of it left. And that's over. That's Paradox to the top, baby. How many games did we play? 4? 5 games today? Those are going to be great. Great for the episodes this week. I pretty much just went on a tear. Paradox to the top. Week 2 ending at 1188 ELO. Thank you for coming. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate every one of you. Vote for who you want next week.